The show comes to you live from the Mile High City in Coors Field. A good matchup here for you tonight between the LA Dodgers and the Colorado Rockies. Get ready for Rockies baseball next. Chad Bettis, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Chad Bettis is all about attitude. Not a very big guy, but he's not afraid to attack the strike zone. Good fastball, 93 to 95, with a little bit of sinking action on it. Has a curveball and a slider, an occasional changeup. One of the keys to know if he's on early, getting some outs early on in counts.
Here's Jock Peterson now, and we are set for baseball here this evening. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. The chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, I know these guys love what Justin Turner brings to their offense. He hit over 320 last year, and that will get any pitcher's attention. They knew it when he was coming up, and they knew it when he was on the on-deck circle. Really impressive hitter.
Stepping in, Justin Turner. No career at-bats for him against this particular arm in the past. And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with one away. Here's Corey Seager. These two have not faced each other at the major league level. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Desmond sprinting after it. 2 gone. Now at the plate, A.J. Pollock.
Number 11, A.J. Pollock.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And that one just missed outside. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Patrick Johnson.
You know, D-Roll, Patty Johnson, decent strike zone, but isn't always super consistent. I think that's one of the things that irritates players and pitchers.
Yeah, you're going to see a few glares, not only from the offensive guys, but maybe the guy on the mound as well. He needs to be a little bit more consistent.
The 2-2. Line towards center field. And Desmond will make the catch, and that ends the inning. So they pick up no runs, no base hits, no errors, and a runner left. It's the Dodgers 0, Rockies coming up. This is Major League Baseball on the show. Julio Urias is on the mound for the Dodgers in this contest. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Two pitches fouled away. Now another 2-2. And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1. With that, here's a look at the Rockies lineup card for this one. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Yeah, keep an eye on Charlie Blackmon. He won the National League batting title last year. Swinging the bat, he hits about everything. Breaking balls, changeup, fastballs. There wasn't anything that they could get by him last year. I love watching him perform, and I'm hoping that he continues that same trend this year.
So striding in, Trevor Story. He'll get to take his first cuts here. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Two and two. Now that ball's hit well deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. Still even at 2-2. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty, one man out. Hit hard up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a one-out hit.
That's what you want the guys at the top of the order to do. Set the table for the monsters. 3, 4, 5. Nice piece of hit.
Nolan Arenado.
And now for Colorado, Nolan Arenado. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. Now a snap throw to first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. The 1-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. Bellinger giving chase, but this will land out there just foul. The 1-2. Swinging a ball line softly down the left field line. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And he's safe.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses for the second ball.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Runners are at first and third, one away. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Swing and a miss. A big strikeout, and he's 1 out away from working out of a jam.
Well, their chances of pushing across a run took a pretty good hit after that strikeout. It's so much tougher to score a guy from third with 2 outs instead of 1. Basically, you need a hit, or you need to get lucky with a wild pitch or a pass ball.
Comes with a slider, 3-0, but gets it over for strike one.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
And that is in there at the letters to run it full, 3-2. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Count still full, 3-2. Sharp ground ball to third. Oh, look at Turner. He gathers the throw. What a play. They call it the hot corner for a reason, and this is a beauty to take us to break. An inning in the books, no score on the show. So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder Cody Bellinger. He has no prior history against this pitcher. Hard hit ball to second. Oh, terrible bounce, and it goes right by him. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
The pitcher got the result he was looking for. Change up down in the zone, gets him to hit it on the ground, but obviously the result wasn't what he wanted.
Here's David Freese to stand in. No career at-bats for him against this particular arm in the past. And he'll miss the target there with a curveball, and it's 2-1 now. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Into the bleachers and gone. A two-run shot here for David Freese. And the Dodgers move in front now 2-0.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and predict we won't see another home run that long all season. That's out around 470 feet. Think about it. That's about 100 feet deeper than the average outfield fence.
Standing in now, Kike Hernandez. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work. That'll bring in Austin Barnes. These two have not faced each other at the major league level. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. Oh, and it's tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3, and they turn the double play. Coming to the plate now, Julio Urias. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And that ends the inning. But the Dodgers do strike for 2 coming on this 2-run home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 2-0 LA. So coming to the plate, Ian Desmond. He'll match up with Julio Urias to lead off the inning.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started. Now this is a leadoff at bat. Great patience, and he's just waiting for that pitch. That's too good to pass up.
3-2. Hit out towards second. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Roll, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball. Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Los Angeles Dodgers. The guy I want to spot shadow today is Cody Bellinger. Versatility is his game. The bat plays no matter where he hits in a lineup, but a guy who can play Gold Glove first base and move to the outfield.
Now to the plate, Garrett Hampson. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. Working for the punch out and the offering. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off 1-2.
You know, Matty, I'm not surprised by that pitch. Raise the eye level a little bit. Maybe we get something bouncing in the dirt right here.
The 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. On the move is Desmond. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Rockies pitcher with a bat in his hands and a 1-2 count. Popped him up. Hernandez over to his right. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for Colorado. They're down 2-0. Next up for Los Angeles, Jock Peterson, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Now the 3-2 pitch. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Third baseman.
Now in the box, Justin Turner. He drew a walk his first time up. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Very weakly on the ground. The 1-2. And this is fouled at the plate. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Chopped weakly to the left. And that's the second out.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of that. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
Stepping in now, Corey Seager. And it's 1-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Corey Seager. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Popped him up. Story is there, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers, but they're on top 2-0. At the plate, Charlie Blackmon. He got called out on strikes his last time through. The 1-1. Well hit to right, but foul. Misses, ball 2. Hit hard on the ground at first. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
Hey, some guys look out there, Dan, they don't care. They can't execute the ball the other way. It's not that easy. They're going to hit it as hard as they can right into the ship and let the chips fall where they may.
You know, it's hard, D-Row, when you've come up all the way through high school, little league, college ball, and the minor leagues, and you're used to pulling the ball. That's the type of hitter you are. Some of these hitters are going to have to try to make some changes with these exaggerated shifts.
And that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate.
Oh, man, that's a scary one for an infielder. I'm sure he would have loved to make that play, but I think he's still got to be happy just to have all of his teeth.
Here's Nolan Arenado, a base hit in his first trip. Here now the 2-2. A little bouncer. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
And the pitch is off the catcher's glove as it rolls away. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Now batting, left fielder, David.
So here's the cleanup hitter, David Dahl, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Left side, but well foul.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And a wave and a miss on a ball that was way out of the strike zone. There are 2 away now. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
The 2-2 one more time. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin the win if he starts looking for it in there.
And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. So a 3-run shot to right center field, and the Rockies move out in front now, a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, he is kicking himself right now. He worked his tail off to get out of that jam and was 1 strike away from getting there, and then boom, all that work goes to waste. From 0 damage to a 3-run homer in the blink of an eye.
Into the box now, Ian Desmond. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. 3 runs already home here. Even count of 2-2 to Ian Desmond. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. But the Rockies strike for 3, all coming on this 3-run home run. We're through 3 here in Denver. It's now 3-2 Colorado. At the plate, A.J. Pollock, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And the 1-1 is in the air now out to center. There to take it is Desmond, and that's the first out.
Now batting.
So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder Cody Bellinger. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Blackman is camped under this one. 2 gone. So with 2 gone here in the 4th, let's check out our pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. Both guys topping out at 95 miles an hour. Here's David Freese to stand in.
And hey, it was a breaking ball to boot. This guy's a pretty good off-speed hitter. You could tell by that last at-bat he wasn't fooled at all. He sat back, waited, got the breaking ball, and didn't miss it.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Dodgers down in order. They trail 3-2. Here's the catcher now, Chris Iannetta. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. The 2-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss and another strikeout.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. We're in the 4th. 3-2 is our score. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul, but we find ourselves in a 3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive he gets in the zone.
And he takes ball 4, so he's on, and as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
And as a pitcher, that's always tough. Looked like he got a bad break on some of those calls, but he's got to learn that sometimes the calls don't go your way, and you've just got to move on. That's something that young pitchers can have a hard time with, though.
Got it back in time there, and it's 2-1.
Great decision there to pull back. Step number 1 in getting a sacrifice bunt down, make sure you bunt a pitch that you can handle.
The 2-1. Now a bunt attempt here. Flip to the second baseman covering now for the out.
The batter, right fielder.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Now the 1-1 pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. That's in there. Base hit. Hansen rounds the corner and is headed home. Is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down. Rockies strand 1. They're up 3-2. Stepping up to the plate, Kike Hernandez reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. High and wide, 2 balls and a strike. Fastball, and he has to bend out of the way of that one.
Down by a run, your guy needs to get on any way he can. His mentality has to be to shrink this strike zone to like the size of a soup can.
Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Looking up is Dahl, and gone into the right field bleachers. A solo shot that time for Kike Hernandez. And the Dodgers have come back to tie it at 3.
As a hitter, that feels so good. The previous pitch ran in on him, trying to get him off the plate. But the next pitch, he mashes it out of here. Goes to show you can't intimidate him.
In now, Austin Barnes. 2 balls and a strike to count to Austin Barnes. Two and 2 to the Dodgers catcher. 3 runs, 3 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Ball 3. 3 and 2 now.
You can bet they'd love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
And that's outside. He lost him, ball 4. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Julio Urias, comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And they'll indeed have the pitcher squaring around as he puts this one down. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
The batter, left fielder.
Here's Jock Peterson now. 3rd trip to the plate for him here. He struck out and grounded out in his first 2 tries. The 3-1. Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul. Now the 3-2 pitch is belted, and take a look at this. Deep to right center field, and it's gone. Jock Peterson with a 2-run blast, and it's now 5-3. Well, we've now seen 4 homers combined between these 2 clubs today. What are your thoughts, guys?
Matty V, this is kind of a mini home run derby, D-Roll. Ball flying out of the ballpark today.
Just great approaches by both lineups today. We were around the cage during batting practice. Both were super confident, and it's coming to fruition today.
And that Colorado bullpen comes to life now with a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. Skied into very shallow right. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 5.
Here's Corey Seager. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Missed with a slider.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
There's ball 4.
Now batting, the center fielder, A.J. Pollock.
Digging in once again, A.J. Pollock. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. The 1-1. Fouled away. The 1-2 is a breaking ball that's taken for a ball.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Working for the punch out and the offering. He stays alive, still 2-2. Throw over to first, and he'll get back in safely. Seager, the runner at first with 2 gone. Now a swing and a deep drive to left. And it's gone into the bleachers. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, as it is now 7-3. Number 59 is on, and he'll take over on the mound in relief.
Number 59.
Into the box, Cody Bellinger. Down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So a very good outburst here as 5 runs come across and allow them to take the lead. Last half of the 5th coming up. Dodgers out in front, 7-3. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as Trevor Story digs into the right side of the batter's box to kick off the inning. A ball and 2 strikes now. And that misses 2-2. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
What a great battle to start this inning. What a great job by the leadoff hitter. He knows that this pitcher's starting to get up there in pitches. The manager's starting to get restless. Let's see if we can knock him out and get into that bullpen.
And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're trying to put a start away. Make him work his tail off, throw a lot of pitches, and get on base any way that you can. A big inning at this point of the game, and he's probably gone.
Nope, foul ball.
The 2-2 one more time. Fouled off. Three runs, 7 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. Soft liner towards center. In there, a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Man, he got the front foot down right there, kept the front shoulder tucked, and was able to stay inside that ball for a soft liner in the center.
Caleb Ferguson comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are 2 on here with nobody out. Stepping in now, David Dahl. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher. The 2-1 home. Strike 2 swinging.
I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that for this offensive player. After coming off a curveball, the old push the throttle and pull it is being used.
And that's going to fall for a base hit. And the runner from third scores as they try and work their way back into this one. It's now a 7-4 contest.
First baseman, number 12.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Mark Reynolds comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Yeah, that last at bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball on. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Now the 2-1 pitch. Lifted in the air out towards left center. On the move is Pollard. And the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. Ready for another shot now. He and Desmond, a hit in 2 tries so far. And will step off and fire to the bag. Runner back safely. Set. Here's the 3-1. And he somehow gets that one by him. 3-2 now.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1. So now we've got a battle on our hands.
Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
Hard liner to center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. More ahead from Denver right after this. Standing in, David Freese. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. A high fastball is in there. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter is aboard to start the 6th.
The batter, number
Kike Hernandez will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. Lays off the fastball low, and it goes to 2 balls and a strike.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
Freese gets his lead at first, nobody out. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3. Payoff pitch on its way. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Waiting on it is Dahl. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Chris Taylor will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 3, Chris Taylor.
And he'll turn to the slider here, and it just misses. 2-1 now. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Well, right back at him, and it hit him. Safe at first. A good effort to recover there, and he almost made the play, but that's a base hit. Stepping up now, Jock Peterson. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6.
Yeah, in his last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run, so it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs. No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
He loses him on ball 4.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Now the 3-2 pitch is a called 3rd strike down in the zone. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back at Coors Field in just a moment. Joe Kelly enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 17.
Leading off the inning, Garrett Hansen, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Hit back up the middle. And that's the first out.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolls right over.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
One of the toughest pitches to hit, the straight changeup, right? El Cambio. Hadn't seen it in that entire at-bat. And what happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
The 1-1 pitch. High in the air out to center field. Peterson has a read on it. And that retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. They're down 7-5. Welcome back to Coors Field here in Denver. The men in blue leading in this one as we get set to begin the 7th. But before we do, let's check out the game summary to this point. Mike Dunn is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 38.
Here's Corey Seager. No career numbers to talk about for this matchup. That misses 1 and 2.
0-2 pitch, not even close to the zone, and a fastball. Might be an indication that he's going to start using some of his secondary pitches.
The 1-2 is in there. A called strike 3. Stepping into the box, A.J. Pollock. No career at-bats for him against this particular arm in the past.
The last at-bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and did miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
So striding forward now, Cody Bellinger is working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Popped him up. Arenado has a play. And that's the 3rd out. Nothing across here this half. Stretch time coming up here in Denver. Dodgers lead this one 7-5. Ready once again, Trevor Story. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The batter, number 28, third baseman, Nolan.
Here's Nolan Arenado. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Hey, this offense is going to have to change their mindset. If they're going to get swing and misses on that slider, you know he's going to go to that well. They are going to have to be willing to take the ball the other way and stay back on that heater, or they are not going to recognize that pitch.
The 2-2 one more time is looked at, and the count moves full.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
3-2 pitch. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Payoff pitch one more time. Lifted in the air to center field. Pollock has a read on it. 2 down.
Now batting.
And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder David Dahl. Singled homer run in his last time up. Taking all the way that time. It's 3-1.
Got to believe he had the green light in that situation. 2 outs, 3-0 count. This guy can certainly handle the bat. That's a perfect situation to let him loose. But I love the fact that he's keyholed in a certain area, and it wasn't what he was looking for.
Now the Dodgers get a right-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. The 3-2 pitch. On the ground to the right side. And that is through into right field for a single. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
Sometimes you need a little luck. Sometimes you need to get a ground ball with eyes. And that's exactly what happened right there.
Here's Mark Reynolds. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick. That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone cold.
And hold on there. That's not going to get him in there with the stolen base.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with 2 outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And the stolen base winds up as a moot point as the inning is over. 1 left for Colorado. They're down 2, 7-5. Carlos Estevez has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Here's David Freese to stand in. 1-1. Here it is. 2-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage there.
Grounded back up the middle. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Time now for our starter comparison, and that tells the story. As you can see, neither guy able to get past 5 innings. Striding in, Kike Hernandez. He went down on strikes last time up. Line to the right side. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
I know this guy isn't known for his hitting prowess, but that's a nice job right there. Getting a single on a 3-2 pitch in the middle of the zone. Grab your glove and flash some leather.
Into the box now, Austin Barnes. Soft liner towards short. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far.
Somebody's going to be icing their thumbs after this game. That's a jam sandwich, but able to mix in a knock.
Alex Verdugo will get the call to pinch hit here, and he'll find he has a couple of runners aboard with only 1 out in the inning. And he lays off, ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Jock Peterson. It was a walk in his last trip. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? To second for 1, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first.
They couldn't turn the inning-ending double play. They just get the force out at second, and the runner scores from third.
Ready with the 0-2. Ground ball foul down the left side. Now another 0-2. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. It's off the rocks and gone. So a 3-run blast to deep center here as it's now a 6-run ball game. In now, Corey Seager. Lifted the other way to left center. Giving chase his Dahl, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. Next will be the cleanup hitter, A.J. Pollock. He flew out in his last at-bat. And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second.
I mean, that had to feel good right there, Dan. That's his 3rd RBI of the game and extends his team's lead. They might have this one locked up.
Well, I'd say those are always big, those add-on insurance runs. Big RBI right there for a little bit more breathing room.
Swinging a soft liner, and this will be put away easily for the out. 9 men come to the plate, however. 5 of them score. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Dodgers 12 and the Rockies 5. Yimi Garcia is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 63.
Stepping into the box, Ian Desmond. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Here now the 2-2. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul.
Good chance he's not seeing that pitch again. If he does, it's got to be bounced. But I'll tell you, from a pitcher's perspective, that's nothing but a long strike.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Sometimes we use the phrase runs coming at a premium, but it's fair to say that none of us will be saying that tonight as we check out our line score. Neither pitching staff has really even showed up. Settling in now, Chris Iannetta. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
Line drive to center field. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So at the very least, that 2-out base hit will prevent the pitcher's spot from leading off the next inning. Tony Walters will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Tony Walters.
And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2.
That's a really tough pitch to do anything with. The backdoor slider just off the plate, just missing the strike zone. That's nearly an unhittable pitch to hit for a hitter.
Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this will be foul. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. And he lays off. Ball 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done. Here's Charlie Blackmon now.
Charlie Blackmon.
The 2-2. And it's fouled away. Both teams right now with 11 hits in the ballgame. The 2-2 one more time. And he fouls this one off. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down and the inning is over. 2 left for Colorado. That's not going to help when the score reads 12-5. And a look there at part of downtown Denver as we get set for the 9th inning from the home of the Rockies, Coors Field. Scott Ober comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th.
The batter, number 14.
Digging in and looking for more, Kike Hernandez. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. The 1-1 home is laid off for ball 2. Freeze on at first, nobody out. Now a flare out toward right center. And that's in there, base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, D-Row. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AB.
One there.
Took a pretty long time for the shortstop to receive the ball that time. So that gave the runner plenty of time to bear down on him and take him out. Hopefully everyone's okay down there.
And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. There's a ball ripped toward the gap in left center. And this will kick off the wall now out near the 390 sign. And the second run will score as well.
Always nice to get some run production from the bottom of your order, right? That double brings in 2 runs, and the top of the order is coming up here. This could really be a big inning.
Standing in now, Jock Peterson. This is pulled into right, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out. Digging in, Justin Turner, runner in scoring position with Sugan.
And going back to that previous at-bat when he hit the 2-strike breaking ball for a home run, something tells me that this guy, when he gets behind in the count, sits on something off speed or the breaking ball.
Hey, I get it. You're all in fastball. You're pulling the trigger at almost anything. That is way too high. He's going to have to lower his sights.
Reaches out for one and hits it on the ground to second. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. 2, 3, and 4 set to kick off the bottom of the 9th. The Dodgers lead it 14-5. Pedro Baez, a right-hander standing 6 foot even, will take over the pitching duties here. And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Here's Nolan Arenado. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Fouled away. Here now the 2-2. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Pollock on the run, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Dan, right here you see a situation where no doubles defense comes back to bite you. As a pitcher, are you even aware when guys are playing a foot off the track?
I'll be honest with you, D-Roll. You're so concerned about on the mound trying to get that white ball to that dark brown or black glove that I never really ever turned around to even know it's where they were playing. I was concerned about getting the guy out, swinging the bat.
That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
And the run will score all the way from first.
Man, have a game, why don't you? With that RBI double, his 5th run driven into the game, he came to play in this one.
So stepping in, Ian Desmond, who was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening. Last strike now for Colorado. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Hernandez gonna have to hurry on to first, and that is gonna conclude the festivities here tonight.
It seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs. Feels good to dominate a game like that.
14-6 is the way this one ends. The Los Angeles Dodgers sent 5 balls over the wall to come out on top in this one. Caleb Ferguson is credited with the win. Chad Bettis allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 9 minutes. A reminder that extra post-game RTD trains on the C line to Mineral and the E line to Lincoln are available down the street at Union Station. Bus service is available outside Gate B on the corner of 22nd and Lake Street.